Thank you so much for going down memory lane with me. Let me take you back and tell you a real a story that'll make some of you go, how cruel. Maybe make some of you, excuse me, maybe make some of you go, that's just wrong. My cousin Sean, he played baseball, Little League baseball, if you will, for the Little League baseball, whatnot, for the Moose 481, for the Moose Lodge, number 481 there in Massillon, Ohio. I'd go watch some of his games there. It was me, he watched some of his games, of course his mom, whatnot, and my cousin John Huffman. I sat behind the kids there, there in the grass, behind the bench. Somebody had a foul ball and it happened to come down and hit me in the head. Maybe that's one of the reasons why some of my screws are loose now. Got a few screws loose up there now here at this day, or at this time. But anyways, nonetheless, Sean, I don't know. I think it was one of us had a harebrained scheme, had an idea, and I believe it was more or less John. My cousin John Huffman and my cousin John Swisher Swishman had told Sean about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the evening. He goes into a bar on 7th Street Southeast, with the 6th Street Southeast. I'm sorry, or Southwest, 6th Street Southwest. It's called Pap's Corner, and he goes into Pap's Corner and tells the drunks in there. He says, I hate to bother you, gentlemen. He goes, but I was just wondering. He says, my baseball team is headed to Washington, D.C., and we don't have enough money or enough funds to sponsor our trip. So I was wondering if you gentlemen kind of help us out. So we're going to the championships in Washington, D.C., and in tournaments and stuff, and we need to gather up some money. I think Sean collected like a good $25, $35 from them, and he went into a couple more bars and collected some more money and everything, and it was just more or less the wrong thing to do. But at the time, when he wants some money, desperate times call for desperate measures, and that was one of those times for us back in the day. And there's several times that we had done that, went to collect money for situations. Talking about a baseball, talking about the baseball situation. My cousin John Huffman and Sean were playing. Sean had one particular game that Sean was playing that time. He had he was going to be on the mound. He was going to do some pitching. My cousin John Huffman was squatting down there on the side of the road there, across the street there, to be the catcher. Sean, of course, was pitching. Sean went to throw him the ball there, and my cousin John Huffman didn't catch it. It bounced up out of his gloves and went over in the neighbor's house there, Mike Malinchek, young Mike, and it busted out his window. Of course, they scattered to the house, and Mike comes over and he goes, or about a week later, Mike comes over, knocks on the door, says, you owe me $385. Tells John Huffman, he says, you owe me $385. John goes, what owe you $385 for? He goes, for the window you busted. You owe me $385. Well, every time he turned around, John Huffman, of course, didn't pay for it, but every time he turned around and Mike saw John outside or whatever, he would come outside and tell him, hey, where's my $385 for my window? Funny times, classic times. Like I said, there's more than once where we made up a harebrained scheme to try to get some money, to buy a little bit of this, that, the other. Funny time, classic time. Thank you so much for going down memory lane with me. I'll catch you next time.